Hello everyone, and welcome back to the sinking city. It hasn't sunk fully yet, but I'm pretty sure it's getting there. So, I believe we're going to head to this island. Once it actually loads, that is. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about my way of doing this, because it's like, well, we reduced most of the side quests, but it's like I go off on this side quest and that side quest and that side quest and the main story and the side quest. I forgot what it's like, Doctor. Just, yeah. I guess, I was gonna say, we sort of have a, but it's not too bad. Not really. Sort of, but no. So yeah, this island. Also, I figured out where we get the, what is it? The place crest. I think it's a bar over here. I've got to place a mark over there. Oh yeah, it would make sense. It's near a frickin' fast travel point. Oh yeah, still gonna take these back, but thing is, we'll be heading to the fish market eventually, so again, so yeah. Sure deliver the. I don't think I had them all done when I went back to tell Anna. And we need to, oh yeah, look him up in the city hall, I believe. But anyway, I believe we have Bethany to work up to this time. Come on. Oh, this is going to be dialogue. Gauge or facial expressions. And again, we always look sort of, I don't know, a bit stoned. I mean, we have the red eyes, we just blank stare. Like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm not here.
I'm looking for Bethany Throgmorton. You got any patients by that name?
We'd know if we had a Throgmorton. Although, we do have a Bethany. Or rather, we did. She's missing, and not on one of her usual walks.
You don't keep track of your patients. I guess we can sort of see our eyes through, though. We do still have that. Do still have the clerk.
Her usual walks. You let patients leave the building?
Oh, Bethany was harmless, and she always came back. This time, well, I've never known her to be like that.
You mean she broke out?
Yes, knocked an orderly out cold. She was out the door in a moment. It took us all by surprise. She's usually harmless.
Any idea where she went?
No. She had been odd recently, though. Muttering to herself, and she drew this strange picture on her bedroom wall.
That's interesting. Can I take a look at her room?
I suppose it couldn't hurt. She had a separate room downstairs. Here's the key. but do watch out for broken glass.
Bye.
Downstairs, you say? Well, they did say watch out for broken glass.
There's enough dope left in here to knock out a horse.
Yeah, I mean, that's hydrogen, morphine,
There's enough dope left in here to knock out a horse. The blood's almost dry.
well, yeah, watch out for the broken
At
glass.
7 years each, that's a lot of bad luck. I'm glad it's not mine. Huh. Was this taken at gunpoint?
I'm not sure I got that photo back at. I think the torn left side was back at Throgmorton's, but I couldn't find it.
Someone had a field day defacing these.
I do point to your Hammond. Cannot forget that. Shame on me for thinking that little pervert's squint had more common sense than greed in him. Got the meal, as you don't know how he did, but when the time came for this change, he wanted more. So much more he had the gall to threaten me. So he find a new buyer. Time is done. No one has the right to come to your mother and a child. From our friends want young Hammond Armand and his Thornton's firstborn. Is pronounced dead. Morty entered a mysterious accident. During a family holiday, their family could not be revived despite his doctor's best efforts. The funeral will be held later this week, confronting family and close friends attending. Confronting family and close friends attending means it could be a cover-up. This dark and tragic hour, we are trying to remain grateful for all we have. Baby Robert should run to Thermon, as by so many hours. Protect him. Well. Wait, where was I saying it? Hell.
I will find it, baby boy. I promise. Just tell me more.
Okay, anything else? Anything else? Nope, I guess that's it. Why was that there was that? Never mind.
Stop right there.
You no longer have any power over me. I have found my Hammond. He's shown me the way. Randall Glassworks. In Salvation Harbor. I can't believe it. The answers have been there since last century.
Time to piece this one together.
Seems pretty
Randall Glassworks. You no longer have any
Stop right there.
Bethany escaped the asylum after getting the mirror from Glover. Next stop looks to be a factory called Randall Glassworks.
So I got to head to City Hall to figure out where that is. Key evidence, where all evidence collected? No. Not all evidence collected. This is what irritates me a bit. Cause you're like missing one letter no or something. part is I don't know where it would be. Like, could be down here, could be all the way upstairs. Too. I'm sorry, so I can go up this way.
Haven't you seen the beast?
Perhaps. So, I don't know. Actually, all you really need is all the power from that campfire. All that might be great, but I'm gonna head back to Frogwares because I do feel like I missed that one. Is this? I have an idea of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like the left half of that photo. Yes, I think it should be back here. I like having a nice outfit. Top hat.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
No, good for you. I'm just looking for a portrait somewhere. Fish. Where would it be? Would it be up in the study? Would it be up in the study? But how could I have missed it? Oh, that's the rose one. Yeah, would it be? You mean to tell me it's right here singing this?
Now, that kid looks a little familiar.
I hate everything. So basically, you know the note we got from the safe back then? Yeah, apparently I didn't check after I took the note. Good. Super. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, because if you look at both of them, there's Rover's ape child. So let's see. Random class works. We touch goes Let's go to City Hall. Cases. So. Yeah, so the police quest will be doing later because one of the main quests directs us to the area where the police quest starts. gonna keep saying quest, even though it's cases. It's pretty much the same thing, honestly. Is that a line now?
Stop bothering me, newcomer.
Nope, no line still. Oh, I'll bump you all I want. I wonder who the mayor is. Let's see. Okay, citizens. Citizen records. Advent. George Walter Cavendish. Tabor, blah blah blah. Iceberg, Pokemon. Advent Central. St. Michael's Road between Corpus Street and that. Professor of Biology. University of Medicine. Divorced. Okay. So let's map this out, shall we? And there's an Advent Central on St. Michael's Street. Between Carpenter Street and Constitution. So basically that, I'm guessing. I'll go over here, switch to that. Vandal Glass works. Come on. Stop being silly. Enterprises, period. Guessing 19th century. Last century. Salvation Harbor then. Vandal Glass Works, 1884, proprietor Gunter Random. Gunter and Glass Works. Why can't it be Odin Glass Works? Them references. Southern Salvation Harbor, Skipper, blah. Oh, let's go place down the map then. Salvation Harbor. Skipper Road. Between Eel Street and Comshore. Hey, it's nowhere we need to go for that one too. Maybe we'll pop in. Who knows? Anyway, we should probably hit this one though because it's, you know, it is right over there after all. It bothers me that this is City Hall, but the only reason you come here was just, you know, just data. Can't go above the main. Like, hey. That was weird. Mayor even alive. This question is, God, full on that. Making no sense. That would be fun if people freaked out because, well, like, But that's a bit too much thinking. Probably way to go to a police officer.
Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
Books. Wait a second. Is that you yellow face? Are you disguising yourself? Loading. So remember, flat.
The door won't budge.
So who knows who's on flat one? There's only two. If you want, take it. It's free. The baby carriage or baby? Oh,
The door won't budge.
oh, it budged.
And judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
Someone has issues. But didn't handle the divorce that well. Why does no one have rags? Like, seriously. No one has rags. It's very irritating. Our support usually has lunch about 2:30. Get some soap. And always stays at the fish market. She should learn about me. New house of fish arrive every 2 days. And now it's about to be enough. God spends most of his time on the second floor during the night. Think about ways to divert suspicions from Westbrook. Don't want him to come to any harm. Don't forget to return the flash to the storage. Think about Plan B. Stevenson shows as fighting breaks out between locals and Smalfers. Cause of the conflict appeared to be the disappearance of several women, with locals accusing a group of Smalfers of the crime. The Oakmont police continue to investigate the vanishings, but as yet the case remains unsolved. One source from the show reports that traces of fish scales and seaweed were found in multiple victims' homes, which seems to have participated in the fight. Going. Body count rises, this vanishings continue to across Oakmont. Locals are in panic, with most of the reported disappearances occurring in the shows Salvation Harbor and Grimhaven Bay. Places that are, linked to linked by the ocean, basically. Leons of the Oakmont Police, as per our call for information, are to suggest a link between these disappearances and the charity organization EOD has recently risen to prominence among the city's poor civilians. Most of the victims seem to have either joined the group or been a recipient of the arms. We encourage anyone with information to come forward. The Chronicle reminds readers to avoid any suspicious newcomers, especially in Smalfers, and to remain at home during evening hours.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it.
Yep. I'm sure they'll probably explain it, but fish people.
The door won't budge.
The esoteric order of Dagon and fish people.
A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here.
I loved you. I always loved you.
Oh, he burnt the paint, but he kept the dress. Up to
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
Remember what I said about fish people?
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine! Mine!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
George?
I don't care what your damn—
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Wait, that's my outfit? Apparently we're no longer a player.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down.
I'm a plate.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explaining. Care to tell me why you poisoned the fish at the EOD warehouse? And you better not lie to me. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry? Yeah, two can play at that game, and believe me, I've got plenty of anger for the both of us.
How dare you?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Fine. Yes, it was me. But I had a good reason to do it. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks, too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this how?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
So we sacrifice innocent people. But anyway.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD, Doom take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Like, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
So yeah, explain the whole blessed by the sea thing.
What did she mean, blessed by the sea?
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That K-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
So yeah, deep ones. Mate with human females. Then we enter with these fish people. Or most Innsmouthers. In exchange for, you know, all the supply of fish. And hell, there was a lot of gold going on too, back at the marsh. Till the marsh family got rich. So how do you know?
Where did you learn all of this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and the story behind them. It is an old and powerful organization. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Ah, perhaps not coincidentally.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after they joined them.
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing all the facts I've presented to you, Mr. Reed, would you agree to help me?
You deserve to die. Now tell me what
Keep
your
talking.
plan is.
Now, what is it you want from me?
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be simple for you. My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
You deserve to die. Anyway.
Your agent inside the EOD. Is he fairly high up the ranks?
Ah, I see where this is going. You need something from the EOD too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a certain person who may be held by them.
My agent can arrange that. If someone is being held by the EOD, he'll know it. It's a win-win situation.
All right. Look, I'm gonna need to think about this.
Of course. But don't be too long. I'm going to need an answer before I let you go. I hope you can understand why.
Well, let's think about it, shall we? Yeah, there's much more going on than charity organizations. They're dirty, I know it. Well, so they're shady. Stupid light powers. surrender of the EOD. George sabotaged the EOD. To undermine the EOD's charge border operation. So what do we have? Yes. So, George Cavendish became desperate after EOD robbed his wife. He's determined to save others from the same fate. Or he's a dangerous psychopath who won't hesitate to kill innocents to achieve his goals. Well, that is true. What do we have here? I don't know. She's coming up the EOD's shared ambitions to take over the city. Or she does honest charity work with the people of Roguemont. Yeah, but remember that even the Innsmouth guard was afraid of her. So if we think about it, we should probably help him to loosen the EOD's grip in the city. But what if he was a dangerous psychopath and she was being honest? So we should probably deal with him and help save the city from starvation. I can't just put them both in the same category, though. I mean, if you think about it, though. I mean, they are feeding the hungry with all these fish, which sort of puts them in a good place because, oh, they're feeding the hungry with fish. Charity work. What reason would we have to hate them? But then you realize everyone's obvious duty is the esoteric order of Dagon. And yeah, I mean, kidnapping women to make more Innsmouthers. But could I'm not sure all the Innsmouthers are part of the EOD. We haven't really seen that many, you know, Innsmouthers with the EOD yet. As for our good friend the professor here, it's like, well, yeah, his plan is basically to murder a bunch of innocent people to make the EOD look bad. I mean, it's a bunch of innocent people, though. So we sort of have to look at this in the long run. Because a bunch of people are going to die from rice and poisoning. And that's going to be on our conscience. But at the same time, if we help the EOD, we're basically helping the fish people. Now, I'm all pro Cthulhu, but I don't really care for Dagon. So, yeah, I'm gonna go help him undermine the EOD. I mean, a bunch of people are gonna die, but we already spread madness with those one cultists, so we're doing our part for the cause. But remember, there's a Call of Cthulhu, there's an esoteric order of Dagon, there's a cult of the Falcon Murderers, there's too many cults, hell. But anyway.
So, have you made up your mind?
Oh yeah, you deserve it. I'll help. So we could lie to him.
Your methods stink, and your plan stinks. Still, the EOD is a threat, and I'm not gonna help them anymore. I'm in.
You're doing a great favor for this city, Mr. Reed. Never doubt that.
We are doing a great...
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Remind me what it is I have to do.
You need to poison the fresh haul of fish at the EOD storage. It's heavily guarded, but you'll figure out something, I've no doubt. I'll be back later. I need to see my agent. Find me after you're done. Here's the address and some ricin. Be very careful with it.
Yeah, will do. I'm not quite ready to die yet.
We could stay report, by the way.
The door won't budge.
So we literally could go poison the fish. Just turn around and be like, hey.
Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
Twice we were closer, so that way, yeah. Very mad where the fish place was. Well, there's the fish storage. Right, we're going back there. We could report this. Totally an option still. We could just be like, oh yeah, it's totally behind this. But no. We should probably do this. Cause yeah, I've had the order to take on. That whole Jack Walters thing.
Please help a fella out.
I'll take anything.
Oh yeah, you. Hey, bud.
Hello again, Daryl. I serve the sea.
Sea be praised, Mr. Reed. Good to see you again.
Mind if I go inside?
Sure. No problem with that. Stay as long as you want.
Daryl, listen to me carefully. If you want to keep breathing, you gotta skip town. Now. You're taking a lot of heat on account of that fish poisoning. The EOD is on it like a dog on a bone, and they will find out the truth eventually.
Bah, I don't believe it.
Daryl, I'm saying this only because you're a real stand-up guy and I respect you. Leave this place, forget about the EOD, or it will kill you.
Fine. You've always been on the level with me. I'll leave.
Don't be a stranger, Daryl.
May the sea protect you, Mr. Reed.
I like how we're like, yeah, you should totally get out. No, don't be a stranger, though. But it's like, what? Where's it going? We can't look all the evidence now? She doesn't make any. No. Maybe it's because it's the new part. Boob. There's a boob. much of that collecting evidence, though. Because all we did was poison. Wait, oh, Bandy's gone. Good for him. Probably should be in someplace more conspicuous, but okay.
It's done. The fish have been poisoned.
Perfect. This will make a decisive blow to the EOD in Alkmont. You've done a great thing, Mr. Reed.
Your contact better be worth the trouble, George.
He's already waiting for you in the basement of the fish market. His name's Fred. You'll need to tell him a password.
Oh, you're kidding me. Passwords? Again?
Oh, yes. We decided to use this EOD feature against them. Ironic, don't you think? Funny, even.
Right, funny. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just split my sides laughing.
Anyway, the password is, the sea is a cruel mistress. Good luck.
You know anything about Harriet Doe? A professor from the university.
Harriet. Ah, yes, I remember her. Brilliant anthropologist. It was always a pleasure to read her articles. Is it her you're looking for?
Yeah. She participated in Throgmorton's little, expedition to the depths. That's where the EOD captured her.
Oh, kidnapping promising female scientists from the university must have become a hobby for them. Freaks.
Bye.
So now we need to head back to said fish market.
Burn your eyes clean, for the dusk of time is ahead.
Means we can go to an open house quest now, finally. See, there's a method to my madness. Oh, the loading.
Your vote is your choice. Choose wisely.
And you know what's great? Oh, never mind, she's gone. I was gonna say, I could probably talk to her and be like, hey. No, she's done. Bam. What's up? I did
what you asked. Not sure what difference it will make, given the state of your houses.
Hush! My properties suit a discerning and budget-conscious clientele. They are of the finest quality.
Seems you and I have different standards of quality, Walter.
You don't know this Borg like I do, newcomer. I'll beat old Victor at his own game. Here, take your reward. And don't forget to recommend my lodgings to your friends.
I hope they are never in such dire need of shelter.
So we completed. Eyes on. And we gained the Bishop rank outfit. Because, you know, why not? Herp. And then we go into the basement. Herp. And we lag. doesn't know anything about those torture things. I want to look at that goat stuff. What if I remember the goat they got from the deep ones was sort of a whitish tint to it. But anyway, what's up?
Hello? Your name Fred?
Might be. What do you want?
It's funny, you know. The water's choppy, the weather bad, and I miss sailing more than ever. It's like they say, the sea is a cruel mistress.
I know what you mean. But listen, I've got a story you might enjoy. You're looking for Professor Doe, ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped. I think we can help each other.
How do you mean? You know where she is?
Slow down, buddy. Helping each other is not the same as let me just tell you everything.
And by the way, the Order?
What is this order you mentioned?
Yeah. You don't know, do you? EOD. It really stands for the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Dun dun dun.
Dagon.
An old being from the depths of the sea. In books, they show him as a monstrous amphibian. The Innsmouthers worship him as a god. And of course, they make sacrifices to him. In blood.
Nothing's for free in this city, is it? Figures. All right. Shoot.
You won't regret it. You've seen some of this city now, am I right? You've in England what's coming? I want out of the Order and the city before it hits. Trouble is, it's much easier to get into the Order than to leave. Give the slightest hint of it. You've signed your death warrant. I need somebody to get me out of the city on the quiet. And that's not an easy thing these days, my friend.
I've no idea how to help you with that.
Ain't you a detective? There are people in the city, smugglers, who know what to do. Find them. That's how you can help. See, I've heard whispers about ads in the newspaper. A new ad every week, talking about Salvation Harbor. Maybe start
For Salvation Harbor.
All right, fine. I'll look into it. But your lead on the professor had better be worth it.
I know where they've got her. I can get you there. You just find me a way out fast, or I might be too dead to be any use to you.
Well, I know a certain professor who might be able to bring you back. If you do die, but yeah. Herp the frames. Okay, so that takes care of that. Well, technically that takes care of a lot of things. We still need to go down to Salvation Harbor and Randall Glassworks though. But for the time being, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna come back to bite me in the ass. I should go back and talk to Robert Throckmorton. Well, okay, that's simple enough. What, to get the first master coming out now. Okay, where's the quick traveler at? Over there. I've been there. Oh yeah, I know where the fast travel. So yeah, progress. It's Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all, and have a nice day.